the Florida offense, the two huge plays, the one in the first quarter to Tony and then the one late in the fourth quarter to Josh Hammond.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful throw from Felipe Franks inside the 5-yard line that he threw down the seam on a dime.
That was to the 15. It was like 65 yards from the 20 to the 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something in that range. But they scored.
Yeah.
They scored on the Franks keeper after that, I believe. But Florida couldn't run the ball. And I thought Miami's defense, aside from a couple breakdowns, and when you run, talking Florida's offense, they ran 55 plays, so they didn't run a ton of plays. But still, over the course of a football game, the other guys have talent too. You're going to have a few breakdowns on defense. I thought the Miami defense, I would grade it out A-, B+.
I would go a little bit less than that just because it's early in the season and I cannot accept those breakdowns as being acceptable. When those two, if you want to talk about, a play on Miami side costing us the game on the offensive side, those plays cost us the game on defense. You can't have 7 missed tackles or 5, whatever it was on a quick screen, where you have, even if you don't have the leverage on defense, you get there that quickly. And then, you can't have just a blown coverage like that. Amari Carter, I love him. He played well, but he's supposed to be the middle of the field safety. They're playing cover 3, and that's why Gilbert Frierson let his guy have an inside release because, the middle of the field safety is supposed to be in the middle of the field, but the middle of the field safety went the other way. And all of a sudden now that shot up the seam is wide open. So Manny Diaz even spoke about that. Blake Baker spoke about it also, said that ball shouldn't even been thrown if number 5 is playing center field the way he should be. So, I'm a little bit more critical. I'm going to give it, I think I gave it a B-, C+, in the good, the bad, the ugly breakdown for the game. So, Miami's defense did a lot of things well. Curtailed the running game, forced 4 turnovers, things of that nature. But, for a defense that needs to be championship caliber, for a defense that has the recent legacy, and I'm just talking the short term of 2 years, not even championship years, but in the last 2-year legacy for this defense, the performance just needs to be better.
I'm actually going to side a little bit more with you and give you more ammunition because I don't know that Miami forced 4 turnovers. I'm counting they forced 1. I wish that number could be cleaned up in college football, in football in general,
right?
Because the first one was a bad exchange between quarterback, running back. It was Franks not deciding or having that feel with the running back, and they coughed it up. The second one was slightly bad pitch to P. Ryan, but should have controlled the football, and he fumbled it. Third one was Franks had a wide open receiver down the seam, missed him, tipped it up in the air. It was a great catch by Amari Carter.
Yeah.
Exceptional catch, but it was tipped to him and the kid was wide open. The third one, though, the pass rush got to Felipe Franks. He coughed it up. He threw it. It looked like he was going to throw into coverage anyway. It looked like it was a poor decision anyway.
He pump faked the ball that way and then threw the ball there. And it was all white Miami jerseys around. I don't understand. And that was when they had the lead late in the fourth quarter. I don't know what you're doing or whatever, bro, but hey, so okay, we forced 1, but we got 4 or whatever. So I think that just that goes towards my point. Then the defense. Look, I'm happy with getting turnovers. Getting the ball back when we need it. But I would just like to see those things. Because just think about it. If Miami was consistent in executing their assignments, Miami wins that game. Those 2 plays, like I said, led to 14 points. That right there. And we lost by 4. That's not even taking into account the muff punt for Jeff Thomas. And then, there's that. And then dropped a touchdown, which is, you can call that 14 points if you want to call it 10 because of the missed field goal or 17, whichever way. But, there's so many points left on the margins that, with, just the outcome of several plays being very different. I think, Miami easily could have won that game. And obviously you could come and say the same thing if Florida decided that they wanted to hold on to the ball and everything. But then I think that would have been Felipe Franks playing to a level that I think is above his head if they were to have done that. But it was there's a lot of fodder to talk about, for sure.